So any insinuation otherwise is just typical partisan narrative trying to be spun. And part of the reason is that because you got a lot of people in your profession who wax poetic.
Is he going to say fake news?
I'm sorry, Governor Faggot.
Hey. Fucking, he's standing next to Pence. I doubt that that's allowed.
I'm sorry, Governor Dickhead.
Thank you.
Was it a partisan thing when you all fucking laid down and fucking tucked your dick behind your legs and turned into a bunch of fucking pussy-ass women and you guys shut the... I don't... Listen, I'm not gonna let any of you cocksuckers try to spin this thing. Just like I'm not gonna let these people spin the shit into... Well, look at this one guy that got sick on BuzzFeed. Obviously, losing 15 million jobs was worth it for this one gay guy in the hospital. I'm not going to let people get away with that, and I'm not going to let you cocksucking Republicans get away with the fact that you played ball with this. Every one of you. This was a bipartisan effort to destroy this country.
North Dakota didn't. She didn't. She never shut down.
A couple of them didn't.
Well, don't say all, though. Let's be fair.
But most of them did. Let's stop again, and that's the other thing. I'm not going to let people like you keep doing this South Dakota argument with me. That doesn't count. There's 4 people in that state. They never do what the rest of the country goes because they're like, there's more cows than there are people here. We're going to be fine. So that we're not talking about South and North. I'm talking about real states, real places where people actually live. You motherfuckers did the same shit that the Democrats did. I don't want to hear no. This is a very partisan effort to make us look bad. 7 states didn't lock down, but look at the list of states. They're not places where there's a lot of people, commerce, tourism. There's just really barely an economy there. I don't want to hear these Republicans now go, this is just the Democrats attacking them. You motherfuckers shut a lot of shit down too, including this guy, this specific guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the 7 states were that didn't lock down. I'm not going to turn my ad blocker off to get that information. I'd rather not know. Do you understand that sometimes I'd rather not know? Let's see. 7 states with no state.
Very rural states.
7 governors still haven't issued stay-at-home orders, and here's why. So Iowa, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, and Wyoming.
All states that we can all admit don't count, right?
Well, they count. They're states.
But there's a reason why none of them shut down, because they literally, if you've ever visited the states, they barely have governments there. It's a lot of log cabins, a lot of farms, a lot of people spread out per capita, people living fucking miles apart. So it's not like they had. I'm talking about states that actually have cities that you'd want to go to when you get a week off from work. None of those places count.
Well, but you're adding a lot of caveats not to get you. I mean, it seems like you just want to paint all of them, and I'm not saying
because they're all low pop. They're all low pop states.
But there's a lot of low pop states that did lock down.
Like,
a perfect example. We just showed the fuck in Nevada outside of Las Vegas.
I'm just asking which ones.
outside of Nevada, besides Las Vegas, everything. No one else fucking lives there.
But it has Las Vegas. Where's Wyoming's Las Vegas? Where's South Dakota's Las Vegas and Reno and Carson City?
Okay, Missouri.
There's none of those. Missouri is another low. It's a pretty low population.
Right,
state.
and they locked down. That's my point. My point is that
still
there is
Kansas City. There's still big cities there too, and it's
Iowa has Des Moines. Nebraska. Hold on, Nebraska has some big cities. Lincoln, Nebraska's not a fucking tiny town.
Yeah, Lincoln and Omaha, but they're not. Again, they're not tourist destinations, and they're not very. They're big cities. They're well-known cities, but they're not high population cities. They're just not. They're low population states. Again, it's the same thing. We always get in this argument about the fucking electoral college. Why does Wyoming have these votes and they only got this many people? There's not that many people there. They generally tend to lean towards, we're not shutting down. There's not enough people. It's just not enough. There's not enough infrastructure. There's not enough government up there. That's why there's we're talking about the states where you can just walk around with a gun without a license.
Alaska has no people, basically. I mean, there's no one there, and they locked Alaska down.
Which is stupid.
I know. So my point is that I understand, but the thing is that there are some states that had low population that they still locked down. Anyway, look, I'm not saying that. I'm not trust me, I'm not defending DeSantis. I'm as mad as DeSantis as anybody else. But we were just talking about. Let's be fair here. The people that didn't lock down should get at least get credit.
I am
not
being
sweeping
fair.
statements.
I'm being fair is that I'm rebuking the statement he just made where he went, this is clearly the Democrats. This is a partisan effort to make us look bad. I saw just as many cocksucking Republicans standing up at these press conferences going, we got to shut down. This is terrible. And we're not going to be able until this is the new normal, folks. This is the new normal. I saw just as many Republicans up there as Democrats. And just because a couple of states that have 17 people living in it didn't shut down is not making a case for why this fucking guy shut down Florida for as long as he did.
I'm not, but my point was never making a case why you shut down Florida. I was just saying that you said all you Republicans, and that's not necessarily true. All the Republican governors didn't do that. Some of them didn't. And I'm just saying, the majority of might have. That's fair enough. But you want to be fair here, right? You always complain when they're fucking not fair, when people cherry pick and they make sweeping statements. I think we should make the same sweeping statements because if we're going to shit on the fucking assholes, the Republicans that did this, should we not then fucking praise the ones that didn't? That way, at least, the ones that we did what we wanted them to do. It's easy to hand out blame because that's all we've been doing, by the way, for the past 3 months is handing out blame.
But when I say, okay, which states didn't lock down, and you start going, Wyoming, North Dakota.
They don't count.
They don't.
You sound like Hillary Clinton. That's why she lost.
No, but I'm not running for president. These states don't have tourism. They don't have people coming through by the millions. They don't have fucking giant international airports. They just don't have these things there. They're not big states. They don't have to get bullied as hard by these other places by saying, well, if you don't shut down, you're not getting all this federal fund. A lot of these places barely get federal funding. They don't need to get they get. I know you're going to nitpick now and say
you're the one that's making sweeping statements. I'm nitpicking.
So Republicans didn't shut shit down.
No, I did. I agree with that. But my point is, you said all of them. I'm saying all of them didn't.
Okay, fine.
You
all
can't
of them
meet
didn't.
me there.
But this fucking prick is sitting here now talking about how this is a partisan effort.
We both agree. DeSantis is an asshole. I will agree with that. I've been talking as much shit about DeSantis, maybe more than you have, on and off the air. I'm just saying that saying all of them isn't a fair statement. That's all.
Most of them.
Okay, fair.
Okay, fine. Then most of them.
Fair. Thank you.
But again, I don't ever want to hear people use North and South Dakotas as arguments for what's going on in the rest of the country. And that's not a Hillary Clinton statement. We're talking about states where you can just stroll around with an AR strapped to your back with absolutely no registration
fine. You admitted you were wrong, and I can
move on. You're talking
about
about a place.
As long as you admitted you were wrong, it wasn't all of them. I can move on.
I'm wrong.
You were. Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. We can move on to this now if you want.
Any insinuation otherwise is just typical partisan narrative